Good morning, wonderful people. And, well, if there's any not wonderful people here, good morning to you as well, because I'm an equal opportunity math teacher. So good morning to all the wonderful people, and good morning to anyone who's not wonderful, but is just here just anyway. I hope you're all well. I am, well, big breaking news today. I shaved last night. Now, I know what you're thinking. What? Mr. Harris got rid of that beautiful beard of grey and white and ginger and all the colours. Yep, that's my week. That's my one shave for the month. So, unfortunately, we can't do much with this, but we can fix this. So, that's the big breaking news. What we're going to do today, we're going to go have some money puzzles. Money problems. So, we have got money on our mind, and we're going to go and head straight into the live broadcast, because I'm in competition with Carol Vorderman, I've been told. So I've got to be more interesting than Carol Vorderman. So we're going to get straight into the studio and start doing some money problems. See you in a second. Right, I will get to all the hellos and the welcomes in a second. But first, our starter problem. Because we always have a starter problem, so that I can say hello to people. Because if we didn't have a starter problem, we wouldn't be able to. Here's the starter problem. At the end of the lockdown, you will be given one free teleport to anywhere you want for a day. Where would you go and why? Either tell whoever's in the room with you, write it down, or put it in the live chat. Meanwhile, I'll say some good mornings. Good morning. Anyone I miss, I do apologise. Good morning, Charlie, Patrick, Alicia. Good morning, James. Good morning, Grace. Thank you. I love the fact that Grace always says good morning, Mr. Harris, from Grace, so I remember that she's not who she is, because if you've got different names, you have to tell me. Good morning, Tablets Harrison. Good morning, Avika. Good morning, Murray Minecraft. Good morning, Amber. Good morning, Anna Grace. Good morning, Midnight Games. Good morning, Summer. Good morning. I'm just making noises now. Good morning, Sophie and Josh. Good morning, Vera. Good morning. It's not Vera. Good morning, Christian and daughter and son, probably. Good morning, Rubik Cuba. That's a new name. Good morning, Lucas. Good morning, Colette. Good morning, Aaron, Jessica and Caris. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Adeline. Age 6. Awesome. Good morning, Sophie. Good morning, Maya. Good morning. A pool party with all your Year 6 friends. That sounds amazing. Paris. Why would you go to Paris? That sounds awesome. Good morning, Ollie and Alex watching on their TV. Good morning, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. That sounds incredible. You have to make your own Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. I'd love to see a photo of that. You have to make a version at home. Beach, because it's your favourite place. Which beach would you go to, Nikki? Caribbean. Wow, my parents have just got back from Tobago. They weren't tobogganing, but they were in Tobago when the lockdown happened. Good morning from Charlotte. Go to Venice. I've heard Venice is amazing right now because all the dolphins have come back and the water's all beautifully clear because there's no big boats churning it all up. It's beautiful. Good morning, William and the rest of Year 5 at the Bornham Abbey Primary Academy in Lincolnshire. And his teacher, Mr. Shaw, and the rest of the staff. Good morning, Zander. Oh, it's just Zander here today. Good morning, everyone else. I'm sorry if I missed any. Good morning, Sparsh, Josh. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. We're now going to move on with the rest of the lesson. I could spend the whole morning going and saying good morning. I don't know how the PE teacher does it, who does the 9 o'clock thing. He has millions of people to say hello to, and I've only got like 60 odd. So, moving on. Money problems. We're in the 21st of April. I refuse to use 21st, even though it's probably the right thing to do. Let's move forwards. So, our first problem. I have one of every UK coin in normal circulation. How much money do I have? If you don't want people to ruin it for you, please don't look in the live chat because I'm sure some people will write it down. Write down what they think their answer is. Think carefully. If you have one of every UK coin in normal circulation, how much money do you have? If you're not doing this live, feel free to pause the video and take as long as you want. You can write stuff down. This is why I told everyone in the live chat to make sure you've got pen and paper. Natasha would teleport to school. Makes getting to school quicker. A swimming pool sounds like a great idea, Adeline. Gonna go to a theme park, Stanley. Nice. For the family in Ireland. I do like that idea. I miss my family. They're only an hour away, but I haven't got to get to see them. Turkey. Nice. How are we getting on with this problem? I'm looking down the live chat. Any ideas? I've got one of every UK coin. This might help you If you're year 3, 4, 5, maybe you want to just verify these are the coins available. How much money do I have? You've got an answer in from... I always forget. I need to make sure I get a list of everyone's names. What you need to do is ask if you're using a parent's account, you need to ask if you can put brackets after their name so you can include your name so that I know who you are. Or every time you type a message, you have to put your name and then a little dash so I know who is saying it. That would be really helpful. Austin will go to a water park. Nice. Spain for cycling and windsurfing. We've got a couple of answers in now. The answer is £3.88. Because 1 add 2 add 5 add 10 is 18. And then we add the 20 is 38. And 50 is 88. £1 and £2 makes £3.88. I don't know if I've managed to get £3.88. I often have a lot of random change in my wallet. I have got £3 coins, a 50p. This is pretty much all my money in the world, by the way. I've got 380, and then some fives, another 20. Ooh, £4. Rich Mr. Harris today. 420, and then random selection of 7 1p coins, because they seem to think that it's a good idea to set every price in the world at 99, 3.99 or 2.99 or 1.79, and all that happens is you end up with lots of 1p coins. Never mind, I'll put them somewhere safe. So, hopefully you did all right with that first problem. So, all these money problems involve us knowing those 8 coins that we have in the currency. They're all different sizes. They used to be made in olden times of gold, silver, bronze, copper, lots of different metals, until it was realised that at one point in time, I think it was in the Roman times, they realised the gold itself was worth more than the money they were trying to say. So people started melting the coins because it was worth more melting the coins than it was using the coins for the value they were. But we don't have that problem in the UK. However, one thing I will say, I've got my hand lotion for the minute I finish this, because as soon as I've finished this lesson, I'll be washing my hands, because money is one of the most dangerous, coin money is one of the most dangerous things that people don't think about at this moment in time in terms of passing on these germs. Because if people cough and then they hand over money, that's how germs can get passed on. So when you handle money, always wash your hands or use your hand wash to help you. So are you ready for problem 2? I'm listening. I can't hear anyone. So are you ready for problem 2? Am I? What do you mean you can't see me? I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm on the screen. Oh, Lily, you have to look carefully. I'm on the screen. I'm sure I am. Right. Let's move on to the next page. Money puzzle 2. I've got to be very careful explaining this to you. What is the smallest amount of money I cannot have with 5 coins? This will involve some thinking for you. What is the smallest amount of money that I cannot have? For example, I can have, with 4 coins, 20p. I just use a 20p. I can have 50p. What money can I not have using exactly 5 coins? Using exactly 5 coins, what can I not make? So, a little bit of a challenge for you here. What is the smallest amount of money I can't make using exactly 5 coins? Start writing out. You've got the coins written down there. If you're not watching this live, feel free to pause the video and try this puzzle. This is a 1p we can use with what? Oh, sorry. Exactly 5 coins. That's a terrible question, is it? Lots of people saying 1p. Sorry. I've got exactly 5 coins. I can use one of them to make 1p. So I've got exactly 5 coins. I don't have to use them all. It's a bad use of the word exactly. I need to correct my English. What is the smallest amount of money I cannot have when I've only got 5 coins? So it's 1p is a great answer, and 0p, we're going to say that we're not going to include 0. All the people saying 1p, you're absolutely right for what I've asked, but I've actually clarified now that the question should say What is the smallest amount of money I cannot have using 5 coins or less? So that I would need 6 coins to make. Okay, what's the lowest amount of money I would need 6 coins to make? I will give you a clue. It does end in a 9. It does end in a 9 because to make 9 pence, you will always need a 5 and 2 2s. So that means that anything else... it ends in an 8, doesn't it? Because you need a 5, a 2 and a 1. Silly Mr. Harris. So it will need to end in 8. 6p can be done with 5 and a 1, I'm afraid. So that's less than 5. It's what's the lowest I can do? I need at least 6 coins to make. Lots of people saying just lots of guesses of very, very small amounts. We can do 4p just with a 2 and a 2. We can do 6p with a 1 and a 5. I need to find the lowest amount of money I can't make. 99p I can do with a 50, a 20, a 20, a 5, a 2 and a 2. So you're right, I would need 6 coins, but I think there's a smaller answer than 99. So 99 is a very good answer, but can we get lower? So what I like about this approach that people are taking here is they are going either side of the answer. So we've got some lower ones. Alicia's gone for 88p. 88p we can do with 50, 20, 10, 5, 1, 2. 50, 20, 10, 5, 1, 2. So that would be 6 coins we needed for that. So you're right that 88 can't be done. Is there anything below 88 that can't be done? Well, all the 70s can be done with 50 and 20. So we can get all of those. So I think we've got an answer in there. First, Charlie, I've seen it, and Alicia, almost at the same time as each other. So much so that unless you're in the room together, I think you must have worked that out together. I think the answer must be 88 pence. The smallest amount you can make. Charlie's still guessing other ones. Charlie, the idea is not just to keep guessing as many answers as you can. You were right with your 88. I think the answer must be 88 here because everything else can be done with 5 coins or less. And Murray Minecraft, your name is Josh. I will try and remember best I can. We've got 64 people here. I'm trying to learn as many names as I can. So, the answer to this puzzle was 88 pence. The smallest amount you need to have at least 6 coins for. And I've learnt something as well. I've learnt I need to be clearer when I'm writing questions. Words like exactly can throw people. I really like the amount of engagement people have with that question. Hopefully, the next question will be useful as well. So, as well as these sorts of problems, we're now going to do a question involving strategy. Strategy question. What does Mr. Harris mean by a strategy question? Well, a strategy question is where if you just guess lots and lots of answers, you won't be able to get this one right. So lots of people did very, very good ideas in the live chat, but we can't just guess random answers. There's only one correct answer. There will be no point guessing answers this one. The only answer I'd expect you to write down will be the correct one if you've explored all the possibilities. Let me show you what I mean. How many ways can I make 30p? And you need a good way of showing your options. I do not want anyone guessing the answer to this. There is no prizes in Mr. Harris's lessons for being the first to get the right answer, and there's no prizes for getting answers right by guessing. There's no point. You're not here to guess answers. We don't get any development to our brain from guesswork. So rather than just guessing any answers, Sparsh, you'll go straight in for answers. I like that, but what I would like you to do is how many different ways can you make 20? So that is a way. Sparsh, well done. 10 and 20. 20 and 10, Lily, is correct as well. So 15 times 2 is 30, but there isn't a 15p coin, I'm afraid. Josh, you can't get a 15p coin. So how many different ways can we get it? So you're absolutely right now, Josh. 10 and 10 and 10. 3 10s. Lily is correct with her 20 and 10. How many different ways? How many ways can I make? I love the fact that you've just written 1 30 times. That's one way of doing it. I wrote 1 times 30. Let me show you how I go about doing these sorts of questions. Because maybe it will be interesting to you. And maybe it won't, but still, at least I'll feel like I'm involved. Hopefully you can see me now on a different screen, and we won't have the problems of yesterday of it not working. Right. How I would go about this, I would start off with just using 1p's times 30. I would now do 28 1p's and a 2p. Then I'd think, oh, you know what might make this easier? A table. So I would write a 1p, 2p, 5p, 10p, 20p table. There's no point in using 50p because that's going to be too many. So I've got one answer here was 30 ones. Then we had 28 ones and a 2. And 26 ones and 2 2s. Ooh, is there a pattern going on here? What we could do here, we can't do takeaways, we need to use exactly 2 coins, Patrick. You can't do it with 2 coins and do a takeaway coin. I don't know any takeaway coins. 24 and 3. Look at the patterns. When we problem solve using tables like this and a strategy, we can come up with a pattern which makes it quicker. I can then go 22 and 4, 20 and 5, 18 and 6, 16 and 7, 14 and 8, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that can't be right. I must have made a mistake. Oh, we can't have 1. We have 0, can't we? I have not introduced any 5p's, 10p's or 20p's yet, and I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This challenge is going to take longer than just me doing it live, but I've shown you a method. What I would like is someone to comment in the not in the live chat, but in the comments below the video if you can work this out. I think you can post fit pictures in comments. I'm not sure if you can. Feel free to send me a picture of your working to support your answer in the comments of what you think the answer. I'm not going to tell you the answer in this video. I've shown you how you can get the answer. You would now need to explore, what about if I use 5p's? What about if I use 10p's? What about if I use 20p's? You can keep coming up with, you can do a whole page. I want to know, going back to my main question, how many ways can I make 30p? It's more of a problem than it looked like. I'm loving, Sophie and Josh did that exactly the same way. They started making a table. I love that. You're making a table, you are explorers. Remember, for me, as a mathematician, we are explorers. We are detectives. We are not, oh, this is the answer. Don't know why I did that voice. We're not just trying to find an answer. We're trying to find all the answers. We're exploring, detecting. So that's a problem where we have investigation style approach. Investigative learning to me is very important because if I tell you how to do something, you've got 2 limits. One, the limit of understanding of what I tell you. You can only understand at that. The maximum you can do is understand what I tell you. And number 2, what if I get it wrong? Whereas if you explore for yourselves, not only can you go further than me, and you can become more adept at maths than me, and that's absolutely fine, because we've all done that. I started off as a baby one day, long time ago, back in living in a cave. But also, we have other opportunities to learn. So you can take the thing further, you can explore, you can reason, and you can convince yourself. It grows our brains quicker. So, money puzzle 4. Last money puzzle. We have 4 items for Mr. Harris's birthday, which is in January, by the way, if you're all saving up for buying Mr. Harris a big present. These are 4 items that we might be looking to buy for £20. We've got a Fortnite t-shirt. I can't imagine myself ever wearing that because I think me dabbing would be the most cringe thing. I think I'd have all my year 8s and going, "Sir, that is so cringe. Oh my God, sir, that is so cringe." We have a huge bar of chocolate. I'm not saying whether that's Mrs. Harris hiding behind the chocolate or not. It probably is. I think she prefers Galaxy, but I think she'll happily take a dairy milk. We also have some Panda socks. Who is not happy with Panda socks? Panda socks are the best. We also have wrapping paper for cats. Because if you haven't wrapped up your cats, Alicia, how are they going to be comfortable? You've got to get cat wrapping paper. So, what combinations can I buy? This is similar to the last one. You might want to draw a little chart. What can I buy? Hopefully you all realise you can't buy 2 t-shirts. What's the maximum number of chocolates I could have? What's the maximum number of socks I could have? What's the maximum number of wrapping paper I could have? What possibilities are there? What combinations? Flying back to the studio for the whiteboard just for a second. This is the studio. I'm here. What I would do is I would think some of the combinations you could have. T-shirt, because it's £12.50, if I had 2 of them it would be £25. And that's too much. So the maximum t-shirts I could have is 1. So I can either have 0 or 1 of those. The chocolate was £7.50. I could, for £15 I could have 2. But £22.50 would be too much. So I can have a maximum of 2 bars of those chocolate. Then the kitten wrapping paper was £1, so I could have up to 20 of those. And the socks was £2.50, so I could have up to 10 of not 10 of those, 8 of those, Mr. Harris. I blame you, Alicia. Is that okay? I keep blaming you for things I get wrong. Okay, so there we go. We've got socks. We've got wrapping paper. You can come up with any combinations you want, and then you make sure that you've got whether you've got change even. So I could decide I'm going to buy a t-shirt for £12.50 and 2 times kitten wrapping paper to help Alicia wrap her kitten up, her cat up, and I'm going to have 2 pairs of socks. So that's £5. What change do I get? Oh, I got 0. I can do 5 take away. Add to that is there, and 9, and then I get 50p change. So it's always good to say, even though no one asked, always say the extra information. As a good mathematician, what we always want to do is reveal the extra information that we can see. So then if I go straight back to my studio, you have to make that noise if you go back to the studio, and you can see the different combinations. I'd love to see what different combinations you come up with. Okay, and there we go. We've got all those different things. Patrick, the only reason Alicia gets blamed is because she's mature. She's mature and sensible, which means she knows that I'm just teasing her. She knows I'm not being serious. Now we have, moving forwards, that is the 4th money problem. Now there are more money problems for you to solve. They are in the description below the video, where you can click and do some more money problems. And I'd love to see your photographs and the things people have been doing. I've just been doing some with you and showing you my strategies for how you can go about money problems. It's sometimes useful, especially year 3 and 4. Get the money in front of you so you can actually try and make the things, especially if your parents keep some coins in the house, they can actually show you and move the coins around and make some. I'd love to see pictures of you having a crack at these. So here's a challenge for today. They've still got the Taskmaster challenge. I've seen some brilliant ones already being emailed in my inbox or adding them to Facebook. Everyone else can still carry on with that. There's more money problems worksheet below in the description. Just click show more. You can find that. And we can carry on. And then that is Mr. Harris done. Mr. Harris out. So thank you for tolerating Mr. Harris for 25 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back in 35 minutes for the year 5s to 9s. You're welcome to join if you're younger. You're welcome to join if you're older. I'm sure I've even had a couple of adults saying that they've been learning some maths. So who knows? Anyone can learn maths. Thank you very much. I hope you're all okay. Well done to everyone. And I'll speak to you later.